Hi, I'm Ildiko and welcome back to our IFI project roundup, where we're covering the second 2 weeks of July from the 14th to the 25th. In these videos, we make sense of the world's most important infrastructure, sustainability and advisory investments by our favorite IFIs. This week's update spans over 100 new or updated projects. The one big headline that the IFC advisory services are back. In the last reporting period, they disclosed no new project, but now they're back, bringing a sharper focus on inclusion, climate resilience, and also tech. Let's start with what's new. The IFC disclosed over 20 advisory projects, a big jump from the previous 0. What's striking is the variety and the global spread. In energy, there's support for Ethiopia's Aishoin PPP and Tajik Solar Child 1, early stage renewables that could shift energy access. Transportation, PPP prep for Davao Airport in the Philippines, and multiple road and rail projects in Brazil, including Sao Paulo Rails and Via Oeste. In digital infrastructure, Jamaican National Broadband Network, a promising examples of digital equity. Finance and gender, there's capacity building for financial institutions in Cameroon and in Europe, plus scaling up gender finance delivery in East Asia. We're seeing IFIs move beyond pure capital, and they're helping governments, local partners to build the muscles to deliver these projects structurally, institutionally, and also socially. And one more, Nigeria's asset monetization project signals a pivot to helping countries unlock domestic resources through strategic asset use. That's a big governance play. Despite the advisory surge, hard infrastructure still dominates the funding landscape. AIIB is proposing big ticket investments, like the $1.1 billion for distributed renewable access in Maharashtra in India, major road and highway reconstruction in Turkey, Pakistan, and Brazil, while the EIB is expanding sustainable urban mobility through electric bus depots in Berlin, light rail upgrades in Spain and Montenegro, electric transport infrastructure in Lithuania and Estonia, and on the resilience side, there's flood risk reduction in Montevideo by the IADB, climate adaptive port infrastructure across Latin America, emergency preparedness funding for Eastern and Southern Africa by the World Bank. These projects point to an underlying truth that infrastructure isn't just about roads and bridges anymore. It's also about preparedness, resilience, and long-term livability. Now, onto climate and circularity. EBRD and EIB are backing solar and photovoltaic power plants in Croatia, Brazil, with further support for the Terna Adriatic Link, signed deal to expand Italy's transmission capacity, and Neoenergia electricity distribution 3 in Brazil, which is boosting grid sustainability. Barclays' Pan-EU wind power package is still under appraisal, but very promising. There's also movement on the circular economy front, with EIB's appraisal of Aisti sustainable building materials in Finland and technical assistance for carbon capture and storage in Croatia. It's still early stages, but encouraging how the circular economy is finally finding its way into finance pipelines beyond just packaging and plastic waste. Tech and digital governance are truly fascinating to me, and they're beginning to hold space too. The IADB is backing a building information modeling roadmap in Costa Rica and a regional initiative to use satellite Earth observation for disaster risk. As a reminder, it has been in use by national space agencies, and there are other international organizations who are using flood risk mapping, machine learning to predict disasters, and advising governments on how to save lives. There's also a digital health infrastructure initiative under the Pan American Highway for Health. And notably, IADB approved a regional program to advance AI capabilities in Latin America. This may not be the headline-grabbing mega project, but it's critical for building capacity in the global south. Now, let's zoom in on the few projects you might have missed, but should absolutely track. IFC's Project Amal in West Bank and Gaza are structured through a financial intermediary, but relevant for fragile conflict-affected areas. The CAR Inclusive and Resilient Cities project, which is offering a glimpse into urban resilience in one of the world's most challenging governance contexts. There's also digital skilling for employment in Lebanon, supporting a future at work angle that we expect to see more of as tech transitions hit labor markets. Also, Breadfast in Egypt by EBRD got signed. If you're tracking private sector food logistics in emerging markets, that's one to watch. That's your update for the 14th to 25th of July. The trend is clear. Advisory is back, infrastructure is strong, and digital and climate priorities are slowly becoming mainstream. Check the newsletter for the full project list. Follow for more insights every 2 weeks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.